Okay, it might still be loud, but I'm gonna err on the side of caution here. You know, better to be too loud and you guys have to turn it down than to be too quiet and you guys don't know what I'm saying, because this is going to depend on what I have to say. So, this is my review of Pockie Ninja here. I decided to do this review after I was completely confused. I saw a banner for this game and all I know is that there were Naruto characters everywhere, and I was sure there was going to be a lawsuit. And I looked all over the homepage, all in the guides, trying to figure out what is this thing. And there was really no information, and I had to watch this awful review. And anyway, I basically decided that I would play it and do my own review. It's described here as a showdown between Naruto and Bleach. So if you know anything about either of those shows, then you probably noticed that all these characters are all over the place. It is a browser game and it is online, so you know it's kind of, I would say, an MMO, but not really. It's not massive, but it is a browser game online. It's RuneScape-esque. So this is what it looks like. It's really simple to sign up and to register. You just put in your username and your email, and I'm not even sure they sent an authentication, and I know there was no CAPTCHA, so that's good if you're a robot. And here is what it looks like when you finally get into the game. So the villages, I don't know what they affect. They definitely affect what your homepage will look like. So I'm going to select the Land of Fire. And these are your characters. It explains here that there are more characters in the game and you can get them through unlocking them. And they're all characters from Naruto and Bleach. So that's my first bit of advice. If you don't like either of these shows, you're probably not going to enjoy this game as much as if you watched one or the other or both of these shows. Okay, so it says it doesn't say here, but you cannot change your gender or your village after you've started. And that means that if you start out here with like Tintin here, you won't be able to play as like Rock Lee or Kakashi later if that's who you want to play as. So if you decide that, you know, the ultimate goal, you want to play as Naruto, don't pick a female character because you won't be able to. So I'm going to be Choji because I haven't played as a male yet. So I'm going to do that, and I'm geek positive. Enter game. The weapon used is basically your it depends. It gets the weapons that you use, but I also think it's like your class. It seems to be certain classes can only wear certain armor, but I'm not sure. And there it is. Village and gender cannot be changed after you enter the game. So now it's downloading. It's got these announcements that are very important. And here's the game. This is your main hub where you will be playing most of the game. And here is the quest. So we're gonna go visit the village elder. And you basically just click through all of these. This is the arena. This is where most of the game, the real fun of the game for me, happens. But we're gonna get a little ahead of ourselves. So here's how this is the bulk of the game, right here. So here's the fighting. It is completely automatic. That is probably what most people will be having an issue with when they play this game, is the fact that yes, it is completely automatic. You can save your battle or share your battle. You can also do battle analysis. I think it's popped up for me once when I fought a boss, but that's the only time I've seen it work. So, okay, then you get this lucky draw. And this is the reason that fighting in the arena is so good. With each of these jars, you have a chance to unlock other characters. That's how you unlock other characters. A couple of people have complained that certain characters can only be unlocked with gold. I read that Naruto is one of the characters that can only be unlocked by using gold, which is cash purchases, and then even then it's only, you know, a chance that you're going to win it, so that bothers people. But I don't know how accurate that information is, and it was kind of old, so yeah, once again, we have no real control over the battle, but at least not directly. What you're going to discover is, yeah, here's the boss here. You do level up, you do control what equipment you use, what armor you have, there's a pet system, and you control what skills you have in your data bank, I guess your, you know, your repository of skills, repertoire, I suppose, and we died. But I guess that's supposed to happen. Scripted lose, close, and we leveled up. So we discovered a skill, Sunset. So this is where, yes. Now it's not gonna want to let me look at the skills. Okay, so I think now we're done with that little tutorial that won't allow us to do anything. Here's what I was trying to show you was the skills, all the skills, it looks like, are the same, or mostly the same. I didn't have much of a chance to memorize what my last skill set was with my last character that I used. But what I do know is that you do get the skills in a different order. I had a lot of skills here, like the 8 trigram palm, the mud wall, that Choji does not have yet, and he seems to have a lot of skills that are more physical based. He also has a substitution technique that would be kind of fun to see. So basically, you get these equip slots for your skills, and your character will just kind of randomly use them, and then it looks like you can unlock more slots in case you want to use more skills. You also get these at the top. So that's how skills work, and I guess that's pretty much the main draw of how the battle system works, is building this character, you know, and even though you don't have direct control over them, you do have control over the flow of battle, and I can see how that could be appealing. It was kind of fun to play and mess around with and try to figure out what skills I needed. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick little overview. I'm going to leave so you can see what a screen looks like. Actually, here's the world map. We are over here in the Fire Village, and this is like the first little screen. So this is all the Sakura of mainland, and I think this is the only world right now, but what I've read seems to indicate that they want to have more worlds, but I don't know for sure. So there's all these screens, and I know that there are dungeons and instances and things as well. But this is just the first screen that you go to. You have complete control over battles and when you have them. Like, here is a sunflower, and you have a couple of, you know, typical grind quests. Okay, kill 5 sunflowers and get 6 leaves or whatever. And so you go through and you just sit here and it's more boring than grinding in a normal game, because you have no control over it. It's pretty much the most boring grind that could be possible. But, you know, that's just me. Maybe some people like it. And if it's so, you work your way up and there's like a boss. And there's also the exploration, which I'm not sure if we can do it yet. Oh no, here we go. Click to explore. And you pick a card, and this is, look at that. Now I have to battle him. This is how you catch pets. You explore in a random zone, and I think it was just a vanity pet, not a pet that can grow and evolve and battle with you. But I got one the first time I explored, and maybe that's default because I did it with a quest. But I did, and so there's also the chance that you get items or have to fight an enemy, you know, so I think that's more fun than just having to sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna kill 5 sunflowers, now I'm gonna kill, you know, 5 of the next level up. That just seems a lot more boring to me. So exploring has more of an RPG element. Then we got a new skill. You learn skills a lot, and it's obviously automatic, but, you know, it's good to add them. And quests, just one quick thing about quests, they're really very easy to navigate. As you can see, there are these little exclamation points all over the place. And then you tell in quests, and not turned in means that you don't have it yet. And incomplete means that you haven't completed it. So they seem the same. Incomplete and not turned in may seem like it means the same thing, but it doesn't. Don't be confused. And then, if you're not sure where they're talking about, where is Smelting Mountain, you can just click this little teleport button and teleport there, and it's like, this is where you need to be. And so, questing is very quick and simple and easy to understand, and I like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the basics of the game. There's a lot into it. There's the armory and the items. And then, of course, I'm gonna see if I can go into the arena and beat some things and get a new suit so you guys can see how that works, because it's important. So, I'm gonna do that, and then when I get a new suit, eventually, I will do that. I'm gonna fight myself. Choji versus Choji. Choji, use a skill or something. You're fighting a boss, for God's sake. No, stop just hitting him with your stupid weapon that I didn't upgrade. Yeah, counterattack. No. Use a skill. Use a skill. They're just running back and forth, hitting each other with their sticks or whatever. Kill it. So boring. Oh look, I finished a row, so I get a card. I will pick this card. Yes. Level 1 medal. Look at all the cool things I could have gotten. What is that? That's... See, look at the stat difference. I don't even have 21 level. Required 3. That's... okay. Okay, on the second try we got Shino. I mean, I messed it up. That's a totally different person. Okay, so I got Shino, and so here's how you do this. This is all your equipments. Yeah, plural. And this is, you know, you equip it. And this is a suit, and it turns you into... I can't do it because of... Okay, so Shino, you just saw, has a different class. He doesn't use the same kinds of weapons. Incompatible class, see? So, remove. What kind are you, Shino? He uses fists, so I will give him this blade claw. Where? Now he has a blade claw. So now I'm Shino! And that's how that works. Basically there's 3 levels of suits. I think it seems like it's really hard to find information about this game that's in English. There's all this like colorful outfit jars. I don't have gold. Gold, that's a medal, but I don't have junior prep. I'm elementary 4. That is my rank. Or no, I'm elementary 3 and I can go to elementary 4. So you have to play in the arena and you can only duel a certain number of times and you get medals and then you get a chance. As you could see, it's pretty much random. I broke like 1 billion yesterday and didn't get one that I could wear for ages because all the ones that I were getting were male and I was playing as a female. And, you know, on the second try I got Shino today. So that's cool. And let's see, for the fun of it, let's check out our skills as Shino. Nope. Our skills are still used up. So we can switch them around. See? So that's good. And who knows how so that's basically the game. There's a lot I'm probably leaving out. Mostly the multiplayer aspect of it. There's a lot. See, there's a lot going on here. So it's my verdict is it's a fun game and it's totally unique. Once again, if you don't like Bleach or Naruto, and you didn't see a lot of Bleach characters, but they are there. If you don't like either of these games, or gosh, these shows, if you don't like either of these shows, you're not gonna like this game, probably. If you've never seen them, I'd recommend you could try it. You could try this game. It's different, really. It's completely different than anything I've ever played. And there's a lot happening. There really is. It's kind of in depth, but it's for me, the bottom line is it's kind of boring. I find myself clicking away while the battles are going on to check like my Facebook games or something, and you probably shouldn't be playing another game while you're playing one game. One game shouldn't be so boring that you have to play another game to make it not be so boring. That should not have to be a problem. But no, I wouldn't say don't try it. Try it. If it might just be just your pace. You never know. It does have some kind of a following. And of course, if you want, you get to play as Kakashi, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, that was my review of Pockie Ninja with an IE. Check it out if you want. And that's it.